life before enrolling in Pacific Debt's settlement program was daunting. If you have debt, you understand how stressful it is. You understand how overwhelming and how high that mountain is to climb, and you feel like you're never going to get out of it. You feel like it's a deep hole. You're never going to get out of it. You can't dig yourself out of it no matter how hard you try sometimes, because life happens, and so for us, we had about, coming into the program, we had about between $34,000 to $35,000 worth of debt. And we had tried for, felt like 10 years to just like get ahead. And with life happens. We had 4 kids, and then this thing happens, or this hospital bill, like all these things happen, and you're just like, are we ever gonna get ourselves out of this? And you hit a point where you just kind of like want to give up, and you're just kind of like, I guess this is the way life is. We're never gonna get ahead. We're never gonna have the financial freedom we want. We're always gonna have this weight on our back, the stressor that, like, if something happens, someone loses a job, something in the world happens, you're like, we could lose everything because we can't pay our debt. And we made plenty of stupid decisions in our life, and we got better, we got smarter, but it didn't mean the debt went away. And so we started looking for other options, because I got to a point where I just got sick and tired of it. And I was like, I need a solution. I need to make this happen for my family. And so that's what happened. But it's stressful. Anybody who's in this situation, it is stressful. And it's overwhelming, and you feel like you're never gonna get ahead. So that was our life before the program. Once we started looking into Pacific Debt, I started looking up online, looking at reviews. When it comes to this part of your life where it has to do with debt and money, you just never know what companies are out there. You never know, like, how companies are, how they treat you, how they treat your money. Do they want you to be successful, or do they just want your money? Like, it's a very daunting task to find a company that's truly going to help you out. Like, it's actually kind of scary, because you're like, I don't know who to trust. And so when I looked at Pacific Debt, I ended up finding them when I was just looking for some different avenues to go down when it came to like debt consolidation or debt settlement, and like all these different things. And I kept seeing reviews pop up about them, and I'm like, man, this is like AI generated like reviews, or this is real. Because what I was seeing was just amazing. Review after review was just an amazing experience. And I had to look into them. And so I ended up signing up, giving them a call, and then Eric reached out to me. And he was like an enrollment, specialist. And he was amazing. I had no other words, like truly amazing. So kind and so down to earth, and explained the program so well, answered all of your questions, and any concerns I had, like was able to answer those in a way that made me feel like, okay, they've had these questions before, they know what they're doing, but they want to make sure it's the right fit for you. And they truly care about your life. He was empathetic towards our life, and wanted to understand our situation, wanted to understand, how we were feeling. And it was amazing getting enrolled, because it was seamless. Like, it was so seamless, I couldn't believe it. And I spent 10 years in grocery retail, and I worked for a company where it's like, there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And I understood customer experience. I understood what it meant to go above and beyond for those who are taking a chance on you, a chance on your company. And I understood what that looked like, what it felt like, and it was that. And I was blown away. And I could not have asked for a better experience, getting enrolled and understanding the program, even though it was a little scary, because you just never know who to trust. And they made you feel so confident that not only do they want you to win, but they were in it with you. Any questions I had, they answered. Follow up, they were constantly following up with you. Anytime I reached out, email, phone call, text, they're there. And it was remarkable. And if you end up doing this program or looking into it, trust me, it's worth it, because they truly take care of you. So Eric, I want to thank you first off for just the incredible experience you gave me. It's a seamless onboarding enrollment experience, because I couldn't have asked for just an easier, seamless, like no bumps in the road process to just get everything going in the right direction, and explaining the program so well, setting proper expectations of what to expect, from within the company, and what was going to happen outside the company with your debt collectors and creditors and all these different things. And just so thankful for it. So amazing experience. So once you get into the program, like I said, we had about $34,000 to $35,000 in debt. And a part of the program is you break all communication with debt collectors and your credit cards, everything. Like, it's ghost town. Like, you should not be saying a word. No communication. Any letters you get, you send to the Pacific Debt. Any communication that you get from them, you send to them. You stop paying on everything. So a part of that process is, well, your credit's going to start to tank a little bit, because you're not paying on them anymore, and you are also not only is your credit going to tank, but then that's going to increase because you're not paying on it. So then the interest is just starting to accumulate over time. And so that was a little scary, but what was amazing about it was I understood that these things were going to happen because proper expectations were set before. And I can ask the hard questions of, like, so how does it affect me? What's this going to look like? How long does this take? Like, all the questions, And so it gave me the confidence to go, even though these things were happening, I understood what was happening in the program. So once you have enough money that you put into the settlement account, your account gets moved to a negotiator. And my negotiator was Miriam. And I can't say enough about Miriam, because you could tell she truly cared, that she was good at what she did. She was confident, and you could tell she had a ton of experience. And even if it was her first day on the job, then I couldn't tell, because it was incredible. And she made you feel so confident. I remember in conversation with her, I would be on the phone with her and I'd ask her, like, the same question 5 times, and she would explain a different way. So that way I could truly understand, like, so what is happening? How does this work? Okay, so this happened. What does this mean? Like, just so open. Any text message, email, phone call, like, it was immediately, like, engagement from her to, like, understand me, understand where I'm at, but understand the goal as well. And not only did I want to get out of debt, but she wanted me to get out of debt. And so during the program and towards the end, our debt obviously increased. My credit went from like mid 700s to like mid 500s, like the worst it's ever been in my entire life, which is a scary thought. And then my debt increased probably another few grand on top of that from where it started. So you're looking at probably like $36,000, $37,000 around there. And once you got enough money in there, and then she started doing all the communicate, like, you just do nothing. You just put money in and let the company, let the negotiator just run. And they know what they're doing. They know how to settle. They know when to communicate. They know how to reach out. All those things, the things that you don't have to do. Like, you can just sit back, no stress, and sit back and just go, okay, let's watch the program work. And it was incredible. Miriam was awesome. And we laughed on the phone, and we were able to get to know each other. She understood my life. She understood all these different things. You could generally tell that she genuinely cared about you. And one thing that I learned in this process was that not only are they going to do their part, but you've got to do your part. Like, you've got to put your money where your mouth is. And so there's times where it's like you had a certain amount that they took out every single month that you agreed to, and then it was like, hey, I want to put an extra $2,000 this month towards my settlement account. And that just gets celebrated because it's like, awesome. So we can start moving the ball faster. We can start settling faster with these companies for less. And so by the end of the program, it was about $36,000-ish, give or take. And we ended up settling all of our debt for $14,000. And which was like less than 50%. Like, I was blown away. I'm like, I would have never been able to do that on my own. It would have taken me years if I would have tried to. And I was just so grateful. I was blown away. I was just, wow. I tell my wife, I'm like, babe, they just settled this for like 35% of what we owed. Like, I was like, what? It's amazing. And I recommend it to anybody. Like, if you're in debt and you are looking to get out of that hole, please reach out to Pacific Debt, because it's incredible what they can do. It's incredible how you get treated, the experience that you have, you know, from enrollment to settling, and even after, even to this day. This is months after, probably 4 to 6 months after the program, and my credit has now gone back up to 700, like mid 700s, like 740 now. And that was like 4 to 6 months after the program, after we had settled everything. It takes time for, you know, your credit to go back up. And even to this day, it's like, I can still reach out to her. I can still reach out to the company. I can still, it's like you're still in communications, like you're part of the family, because they truly care about you, and they truly care about what you're wanting to achieve. They genuinely care about your life. And what an amazing experience. Amazing experience. And so settling for less than half of what we owed, and it probably would have taken me years to do that myself. It took all the stress. I didn't have to do a thing besides stick to the program and put money in it and allow them to do what they're good at. And it took so much pressure off me. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, my wife all the time, I don't have to think about this. Like, I just know it's getting taken care of. It puts your mind to ease. You can sleep at night. You can go throughout your day. Just know that, like, even when you're not working on it, they're working on it. And it's amazing. It's incredible. So thank you so much. So life after the program is amazing. It's a party. I mean, what else can you need to do? I mean, you're debt free. You have the financial freedom. You have the security. So if something does happen, you know, if we lose a job or something happens in the world, like, we don't have this burden on our back, this thing staring at us all the time that we can't get rid of. And at any moment, any day, it could all come crumbling down, and we could lose everything, and we don't have that feeling anymore. And if you're in debt, you know the feeling. You feel like you're in way over your head, and there's no way to overcome this. There's no way to dig yourself out. And when you get out of debt and you're financially free, you know that feeling of how amazing it is. It's like this heaviness and this burden that just lifts off your life, that you don't have to think about it anymore. And it's incredible, because it makes you feel, one, super grateful for what you have. It makes you feel so grateful for where you were and that you're no longer there anymore. And it makes you feel so grateful for the company that helped you along the way, run with you along their, you know, every step of the way with you, and never looked back. They always had your back. They always had your best interest. You could trust them. And if you are truly in the situation where you're overwhelmed, you're in a hole you can't get out of, you see that mountain and you feel like you're never going to reach it, you have your dreams, you have your goals, do not hesitate to reach out. At least give them a call and learn about the program and see if it's a good fit for you, because I can tell you right now, you will not regret it 1 minute, because not a day went by in the program where I was thinking about it constantly. The only thing I was thinking about was, I'm going to see how much money, it was like a goal of mine, I'm going to see how much money I can put into this settlement account so we can get this thing paid off faster. And it was helpful to have a team behind you, to have somebody else that was along this journey with you, didn't feel alone. So life after is just amazing. So grateful, and we can do what we want. We moved across the country. We're able to save money now, invest money, do the things we want with our kids. We have 4 kids, and it just feels great to not have that financial burden anymore. Like, you are truly financially free, and you no longer have that debt weighing you down. So it's amazing. Thank you. And so much gratitude for the life that we have now. So thank you so much.